Plant versus animal cells. In this video, scientists will be able to comprehend the differences between plant and animal cells by comparing their organelles. First off, it's important to know that plants have most of the animal organelles already covered. The one exception is lysosomes. So plants do not have lysosomes. Everything else is the same: nucleus, mitochondria, cell membrane. And in addition to those organelles, plants also have three extra ones: a cell wall, a large central vacuole, and chloroplasts. Starting with the cell wall. Animal cells are simply surrounded by a cell membrane that allows them to move and change shape as animals move. Plants, on the other hand, have an exterior membrane called the cell wall. The cell wall goes around the cell membrane. And the cell wall is much more rigid, which means it's not flexible. And that cell wall surrounds each and every plant cell. This does two things. First, it protects the cell, and second, it supports the cell. It gives it structure or strength. Cell walls are also made of cellulose, and while they are rigid and help the plant keep its shape, important materials can still pass in and out of the cell wall and then through the cell membrane into the cell. Next, you might notice a huge organelle in the middle of a plant cell, and that's the central vacuole. Just like animals have vacuoles, plants also have vacuoles, but they tend to have one enormous vacuole. And that vacuole is normally filled with water. And that's important for plants because, unlike animals that have skeletons, plants need to be able to keep their shape by keeping their cells fairly full and rigid. And so by filling up their vacuole with water, it helps plant cells stand up. Maybe you've noticed a plant droop over on a hot day. That's because the vacuole doesn't have enough water to help the plant stand upright. Finally, plants have incredibly important organelles called chloroplasts. Chloroplasts have the job of capturing energy from sunlight to produce food, which is sugar, for the cell. Again, plants have chloroplasts that use energy from sunlight to produce food. And they're able to do that because of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a green chemical that absorbs sunlight. And in fact, chlorophyll is the reason plants are green. So key ideas. Plant cells have a rigid cell wall. Plant cells have chloroplasts. And they also have a huge central vacuole.